last reconnaissance, I noticed the higher up we got, the less amenities that the bus stops had. Mm-hmm. So that's part of what I want to look at when we hit the bus stops.
Do you feel like shopping at the place beforehand gives you just a better insight into the...
Yeah, and I'm a little shy, so I like to get comfortable too, because if I'm asking somebody questions, I'm nervous. I like to have a little familiarity. What's your name?
Amir.
Amir?
A-M-I-R.
I'm Christine.
Christine, nice to meet you.
We have the idea that community is everybody gets along. We all, when people say I'm looking for community, what they mean is I want people who look like me, who think like me, who vote like me.
But unfortunately,
community's messy.
Yeah.
Community isn't everybody agreeing. Community isn't. Community is challenging, and you have to enter it with a sense of I'm not the only. There are people who have very different ideas,
thoughts,
and I have to be ready to negotiate that.
For me, it's a different place and different format. I'm used to just having my class and my student set up, so doing something in the community is very different, but I'm also excited about doing something outside of my normal space. And so I am writing about some issues that are going on in the neighborhood as far as stuff that TriMed is doing and other things that will affect the long-term community here. And part of what I said I would do was I can do some workshops to ideally build some long-term writers, whether they live in the community or not. One of the things that I think oftentimes we discover, especially in Portland, is a lot of the artists here, most of the people here aren't from Portland, right? But the people who are best adequate to talk about their experiences are the ones who lived here, lived in the neighborhoods that are affected by all the change. And so I'm someone who's very much, I don't feel I should tell their story, I think they should tell their story.
See, this guy's still hanging up out there. This guy's still here.
As easy as it is to look at it as a building, there are so many stories inside these walls that are true for the folks who live here, like my dad and I, for the folks who just come in and work, and for the folks who just come in every Christmas Eve and do takeout, who come in every Mother's Day and celebrate all those little things. There's so much life that gets lived here.
So today what we're doing is actually launching a mass organization by the name of Gabriela, which is part of a larger international organization stemming from the Philippines. And what we organize around is issues, gender-based issues, gender-based violence, forced migration that are affecting women from the Philippines. We look at how state repression affects women, migrant women, and also Filipino American women.
The grant money, we're using it towards food for the workshops, finding space, with materials and supplies for really the events that we're doing, and then so what we're doing is we're also documenting the storytelling.
I took up nursing because I had two sisters before me that took up nursing, and as the years went by, when I graduated from the University of the East, Ramon Magsaysay Memorial Medical Center in 1971, the trend then for a lot of the Filipino nurses who graduated, very young nurses, they wanted to leave because it seems like there's a better opportunity for nurses in the United States. So I was one of them.
Well, we were looking for what would be a metaphor for the developers, so folks felt that the Grinch symbolized the developer in the sense of bulldozing places people love, and you'll see in the hand the Grinch is also putting down a large expensive condo that folks can't afford.
Are the hands operated by two other people?
Yes. So these are the hands.
I was wondering that myself.
Yeah. So what we'll do is we'll slit a hole in here and do the same thing as these little sheets. So you'll have one of these on a stick that someone will hold and one on the other side with a cloth in between. So you're all together. Yeah. We have an office, but it's really small. So sometimes we rent a space. We might have used the Opal Bus Riders Unite space, but it just having this vast amount of space is really important because we had we had about 12 people here yesterday and some kids, so we're able to just kind of spread out and use the entire space.
And we're here for a special event, an event called the Vision Street Stories. And what this is an open mic and showcase for people who live in Southeast Portland who are concerned about where they live and staying where they live and the projects and plans that city government sometimes has that challenges their ability to live where they want to live. So this is the that you provide me you know they high like if I don't get high in. Running for the life that we can get. You're still sitting right now, but it's okay. You can do it this way. You look like your shoes right there. None of these money get right there. It's okay. You got it.
Entire body made by society is commodity. The problem, see, is that we forgot that Walmart didn't sell the high fashion to the women that actually had that high class.
Wheels on their automobiles and pilots holding steel because they want to be real but feel collared in the field. So the problem revealed installs horror. So the shield and the sword that they wield conceal karma. In space that you cannot escape. That's real trauma. So they shake at the sight of what's great to steal honor from the lake where I wade in the waters with great apes and a kind of astonishing waters with great faith. Astonishing waters with great race. If I could slaughter them all, it would make space for the faces already fallen from great grace. Spotted by the prophets, watching poverty chronically take place. In, out, in, out, in. I've been